consider only grammar, rules of grammar, and what we call spellings. And one more thing, grammar, spellings, and vocabulary. So this is not enough to learn the English written skills. We have to put some excess efforts. In the next approach, we will learn how to enhance that skills, right? Now you clear about the structural approach, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, communicative approach. In communicative approach, what is important? In the communicative approach, the thing is that the role play and pair of the groups ask the imagine the role of the doctor, patient, passengers, conductor, child, parent, customer, and shopkeeper, etc. So ask the two students to play a role of certain characters. So if we entered into the character or acquired the qualities of a character, they would generally able to communicate about the particular sentence so that they could able to learn the English in this way. So this is another method of learning written skills, right? So this is known as communicative approach. So could anybody tell me what would be the communicative approach? How we can learn the English from written skills from the communicative approach? See, we will call two students from the class and ask them to what we can act like a conductor and a passenger. Again, we will call two more students and ask them to act as a what we call child and parent. The conversation what is taken place between the two characters, that would be their communicative approach. Get this point, everybody?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, in this way we are learning the teaching skills by communicative approach. Just to go through a daily with this all these things, it would be easy for you to learn this particular topic. Next is and again, writing classes today often begin with the brainstorming session. A word of phrases related to the eventual writing task is put on the blackboard. Student asked to say whatever comes in the mind, any associate ideas, without trying to produce only logical relevant ideas. The cluster of the words and phrases, usually quite disorganized, provide a wide knowledge base that all students can draw upon on the start to plan the write. So nowadays this criteria also changed. Communicative approach means they are considered as a brainstorm. What is brainstorm game? That is actually the teacher will select a certain word, okay, and write on the blackboard and ask the student to write something about that particular topic. That is known as brainstorming. Do you have any idea about that, Adelu? Please let me know. Yes, ma'am, please. Hello.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah, please tell me something about brainstorming. Do you have idea? Nowadays, teacher is generally taken into consideration to taught the written skills.
The students will be asked.
Yes,
the students
please.
will be asked to express the idea, whatever will come in their mind. That is brainstorming.
Yeah, that is known as jam section. Just a minute jam section. In another way, it is called as a brainstorming session, right? Whatever comes in their mind, they have to translate into the English and write the something about that topic. So that in this way also they can develop the written skills, right? The next approach is the approach of writing as a process. Approach of writing as a process. I'll just before now I will change my name. Chat. Done? Now, the approach of writing as a process. The third point in this, the first point is that is the traditional approach. The second one is communicative approach. The third one is the approach of writing as a process. So in the writing as a process, what we have to include in it is the act of writing, putting them into words that they become clear. And the already written influences that follows that could mean the changing what the originally planned natively. So it means what? Traditionally, all assessments was in the hands of the teacher. Drafting, revising procedure has two interesting features. One is that it is also allows students to think and explore a flexible manner. Their own ideas are more likely to emerge during the revision. Then it was the first draft. The sense of being free of change important. And the second point is that experience of the revising of their own, even they are not very effective initially, gradually makes them to more independent and confident. See, this is nothing but the approach of writing process. It means that we are giving them to write the compositions. Compositions in the sense what? See, we ask them to write given certain topics, like ask them to write a essay writing on particular or describing something about the cow or describing something about the elephant, animals and all. So they would write their general idea about what is comes in their minds. So this is known as the writing process. So whatever that comes in their minds, they will develop that thought into English and write into the in the literary mode. That is known as written a process. Get this point, everybody? Another perspective of writing that is gained something popularity over recent decades. So this is the most popular mode of teaching writing skills, right? So make a note of this. The approach of writing as a process is the most important mode of teaching written skills. Okay, get everybody, Monica?
Yes, ma'am.
Now another important question over here is stage of learning script. Stages involved in learning writing. This is very, very important, ma. How many stages are there? See, right from beginning, we are, employing certain levels now to learn the English, writing and teaching English. So in this way, we have 3 stages of learning to write the English. Okay. In the first stage, page number 172. Please take it out. Page number 172. Everybody is there? Textbook is there with you?
173, ma'am.
It is there in the 173. Huh? In my book, it is 172, ma. So page number in 172, it's very, very important question. That is stages involved in learning to write. So in the first stage, what we have to learn is stage 1. Next stage 2 and stage 3. In the stage 1, learning the script. Okay, learning the script. Next, developing the writing abilities, vocabulary and grammar. Second stage is development of the written abilities, vocabulary and grammar. Next is stage 3, writing to communicate. It means that it is report writing. In the first stage, what would you do? Just one. The first stage means the first stage of the learning to write, just as for reading, to learn the script, forming the letters of the alphabet correctly and neatly, largely through copywriting, a major activity in early languages instructions. So whenever you would taught the writing skills or writing a script, what you have to do is take a newspaper, give the students some 2 or 3 newspaper and ask them to copy that script into their notebook. Okay, this is the one way of, this is the first and very most important part of learning the written skills. Getting my point, everybody? Only the students have to copy the written text that is given into the newspaper. Okay, getting everybody? For children in English medium schools, writing in English features in several different lessons each day. This level of writing activity without doubt provide an important basic control over the script of the language, but it is largely at the level of copywriting of writing from memory. So now this is very, very important. No, first initially they have to practice this first stage. What? Copying the script. Getting everybody? What is the first stage?
Learning the script.
Learning from what? Copywriting. Learning the copywriting. Copywriting in the sense they would provide, you have to provide certain newspaper in English newspaper and ask them to copy that matter into the notebook as it is. That is known as learning the script. Okay. First stage, copying the script. In the second stage, what they have to do? They have to develop the vocabulary and grammar, rules of grammar. In the given grammatical pattern and given word and point interest, they are also exercises result in series of sentences and look somewhat like a composition. When the exercises say, write 6 sentences about what you do every day, what you do, what you did yesterday. Ante, it means that we have to give certain topic to write by their own in the second stage. It means that we have to make them to write the what we call composition. ఫస్ట్ స్టేజ్ లో మనం జస్ట్ వాళ్ళకు ఒక టాపిక్ ఇస్తాము, కాపీ రైట్ చేయమని అంటాము, అది అయిపోయింది, పిల్లలకు వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓన్లీ స్కూల్ పిల్లలకు, మీడియం స్కూల్ పిల్లలకు. మీడియం స్కూల్ అంటే మిడిల్ స్కూల్ పిల్లలు, 6th 7th క్లాస్ పిల్లలకు. అగైన్ వాట్ వీ డూ ఇన్ ద జస్ట్ హయ్యర్ లెవెల్కి వచ్చేసరికి 8th 9th వచ్చేసరికి మనం కాంపోజిషన్ రాయమని అంటాము. కాంపోజిషన్ లో ఏముంటది? Composition means they have to follow the certain rules and grammar rules and vocabulary. They have to develop the vocabulary. So earlier what they used to do is, what you did yesterday, write down by in your point 6 to 7 lines by your own ani antamu. So what they would write? They would write generally 5 to 6 lines in English. Get this point? Now, again, this was known as the total or interrogative skills, this which involved using the elements to send, receive messages, in other words, to communicate. Exercise dealing with the element help build the foundation for writing, but they do not involve the interrogative skills of writing. Right? Getting this point? In the second stage, they would write whatever, whichever comes in their mind. But they have to learn generally interrogative skills, no? What is, when is, where is, this kind of questions. So they have to develop the certain again level. So as come to the stage 3, they would little bit learn the communication. How they would learn communication? The writing skills, we are interested in the related writing at the level of communication, where creating meaningful messages in the central concern. How can learner be helped to develop the capacity to communicate effective in writing? For some answers to the question is to know, look at some general approaches to writing skills development. So in this third stage, he has to develop some more communicative skills. He has to learn the effective communication. How they would learn the effective communication? See, the teacher has to taught him little bit advanced courses, like traditional approach is there, communicative approach is there, and approach of writing process is there. No, these approaches they have to taught to the student. Then only they could reach out the third stage. Get this point, everybody?
Yes, madam.
Hello, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Anybody?
Yeah, madam.
Yes, ideally. First, they have to follow the first stage. They will copy the writing material. In the second stage, they will, write the compositions. In the third stage, they would practice the traditional approach, communicative approach, and the approach of writing process. It means that they will write writing the effective manner of communication in the third stage. In this way, you have to write the answer. Right? పిల్లలకు టీచ్ చేయాలి ఇంగ్లీష్ అంటే ఈ విధంగా చెప్పాలి అని అర్థం వస్తుంది అన్నమాట ఇక్కడ. గెట్ ఎవ్రీబడి? Hello. Now discuss features. Discourse features of writing. Another important point is discourse features of writing. Page number 182. Discourse features of writing. Okay, we'll go back to the strategies. My strategies are very, very important. Sentence level strategies. Page number 77. This is very, very important point according to point of examination examination point of view. Please take out as per your textbook, it might be around 72.
72 page.
77 in my book, it might be 76 or 75.
Ways of finding layers of many texts.
Word level strategies are there, no strategies and in the 75 around 78 in your text.
77.
It's in 79, ma'am. Sentence
79.
level strategies.
Very, very, very important, ma'am. First is the word level strategy is there. Another is the sentence level strategy is there. Another is some more extension is there. Some more extension for this is only 2 topics are given: word level strategies and sentence level strategies. Right? Please mark a tick mark as an important question. We learn the strategies. See, strategies actually reading event. The same basic strategies can be used by beginning readers. Interestingly, they are quite helpful to advanced readers too. So it is strategy applicable for the readers, not for the writers. What we call this diagram is given. No, look at that. The triangular diagram is given. No, in the left one text is given and right side task is given. In between, reader's background knowledge is given. Are you able to see that triangle?
Yes, ma'am.
In the triangle, what they wanted to actually say is, explain is, first the readers has to start from the text. And then he has to apply the background knowledge. Background knowledge means that he should have minimum sense. Minimum sense in the sense while we are reading, at least he must have the knowledge of comma and colon and full stop. If you until and unless you do not have the minimum sense of comma and semicolon and colon and full stop, you may not understand the text. Okay, right? So that's what the readers must have the background knowledge about the text. Okay, guddiga chadavadam ante kaadu ma. Andulo we have to come across with the certain points as sound symbols, no, in your syllabus or literary material. That minimum sense we have to understand that concept. That is known as reader's background. See, apostrophe is given readers. Like again, task in the sense complete. He has to able to understand the concept into the given what we call text, given written text. Text in the sense that is content. Right? Are you able to understand what I am saying? Try to say is, what I am wanted to explain is, are you able to understand? See, it's a reader's strategies is given. So first he has to start with the content. Content in the sense the written text that is given into the numbers and what we call alphabetical and numbers. That is known as text. So in the text, what we have to do is, before reading the text, the reader must have common sense about the, that is known as the background knowledge. Then only he is able to understand the task in the sense that complete sense of the written discourse. Okay. Now, good reading strategies help us to read in a very efficient way. Using them to help us to the maximum benefits from reading with the minimum process efforts. The following sessions will be clarify how normally use word level strategies, sentence level strategies. Okay. So as come to the word level strategies, fluent reader read most text quickly and do not pause to use a dictionary. Right? They see what is the evidence of the learning. Hello, anybody is there? Adelu, are you able to understand word level strategy in this? Fluency, the reader must have fluency. Fluency in the sense he could able to read fastly and he able to understand the given topic. Then only we can say that he has the minimum fluency in writing, right? He should not follow the dictionary at a time while reading. Okay, what is the meaning of pause? Pause in the sense what? It's just we are holding for a second, right? If you are searching for a dictionary, it means that you are not perfect enough or you are not fluent enough to read the particular or given task, right?
Yeah.
So the reader must be fluent and text while reading the text. He should not follow the dictionary. This is the something even learners whose level of proficiency is not so high and could we should try to do. Referring to a dictionary is not essential because the context surrounding difficult words provides many clues to its meaning. See, toughest word also given some clues around the sentences. By reading the sentences frequently, we can able to understand the meaning out of it. Getting my point? We
Yeah.
need not to follow dictionary at this time. It is possible to make a reasonable guess. So we can also understand the concept by guessing. Okay, guessing in the sense we are just expecting what could be the answer for that without referring the dictionary. So this may not be a exact meaning of the word, but it is sufficient for understanding the text. Is it? It is simple concept is given. No, please go through with the this one 70 page number 73 or 75. To understand the minimum text, we need not to read the or refer the dictionary. We have to, understanding the certain concept of the sentence by reading frequently or able to understanding the what we call meaning out of it by clues, certain clues, which is the used only the last resort. Pausing of the conduct consult the dictionary will slow down or disturb the reading process. The bilingual dictionary is likely to disturb the thought pattern being developed in the English text. Being read also, so should be avoided, right? See, bilingual dictionary should be avoided or follow. See, initially first and second class or generally fifth to seventh class, we can ask the students to follow the dictionary. But after that, we should avoid the dictionary. Why? Because it will take a lot of time, right? And wasting of simply time by the understanding the frequently understanding the or reading the sentence, we can able to understanding the concept, and clues are number of clues are also generally followed by the sentence, right?
Yeah.
So please avoid the dictionary in this level. When difficult words is encountered while reading a text, you first need to decide if the word is essential to an understand of the text or not. So if any and you may come across with the certain difficult words, you have to think later. Secondary option you have to provide whether we have to refer the dictionary or not. Until and unless you are not sure about the words, you should avoid the dictionary. Remember that word is a definition, topic, sentences, this statement are important. Other are less important and can be skipped over. See, whether very, very high important point is there, then only it is what we call advised you to follow the dictionary. Otherwise, you can skip the words also. The first strategy can be stated as a rule of procedure. Is the word is essential? If no, skip the word, ignore it. The word is not essential, you can ignore the dictionary also. If yes, use one of the following strategies. Certain strategies are given, you have to follow that strategies. The first one is read the particular what we call example is giving what is flamenco. Considerably flamenco is keep on giving flamenco in the particular paragraph. Go page number 76 in my textbook. Any discussion of Spanish, some example is given, no illustration. Read that once. Any discussion on Spanish art is incompleted without mention of flamenco. Again, they are saying out something about the flamenco. So you need not to go to refer the dictionary flamenco. What is the flamenco means? They are saying something about the musical instrument. So by reading 2 or 3 times, you can easily able to understand the meaning or clues out of the sentence, and then you can easily understand the content also. So in this way, we can avoid the dictionary. That is the first level, word level strategy. Getting everybody?
Yeah, madam.
Yeah. After reading this sentence, you may know flamenco is being talked about. It has some connection with the Spanish art, but we do not know the flamenco means. What is that clearly knowledge of the verb flamenco is very important. Without knowing it, we will extremely difficult to understand the text. If it is important and we don't know the meaning, what do we do next? Let us see. If we don't know the meaning of that particular word, what the strategy we have to follow? Guess the meaning from the context. Try to guess the meaning. So I already told you, know, we have to follow the clues. If you follow the clues, you generally getting the meaning out of that. What further clues do we have from the sentence 2 or 3? That is something activity that involves songs, dance, and guitar playing, and that is linked to popular dance and music. We can infer that it is a Spanish art form of tradition based on guitar music, songs, and dance. All this we need to know and keep in mind, and we read the rest of the article. Get this point? See, we read the complete article. We can easily understand that the flamenco means it's a musical instrument. Need not to refer the dictionary at all. Right? Now, using the punctuation clues. Punctuation clues also very, very important. What is parenthesis? What is hyphen? What is dash? What is comma? What is colon? Do you have idea about this? Everything about this? Punctuations?
Yes, ma'am.
Adelu. Monica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
what is
madam.
punctuations? Punctuations in the sense what? While we are writing certain sentences, we put some type of comma, colon, comma, dash, hyphen, this kind of small symbols, no? That is known as punctuations, right? So
Yeah.
if you write into the bracket is known as parenthesis
Parenthesis.
or
Yes.
brackets, bracketing, right? We write the like C opposite C symbols, no? One from left side and one from the right side. That is known as bracketing. Now I've come to the dashes. Dash in the sense a small line is given slanting line. That is known as slanting. No, it's a what sleeping line. That is sleeping line. We just write on the like a dash. No, that is known as dash. And next is commas. What is commas? We'll give some kind of slanting lines like this. No, that is known as commas. And next is colon. Colon in the sense 2 points. We are putting forward, upwards and downwards. That is commas. Colon. Sorry. Next is a semicolon in the sense after putting 2 points, we are again putting some kind of small comma over there. That is known as semicolon. So this kind of certain punctuations gives also provides you the clues to understanding the text into the given content. Getting my point, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, fourth strategy. What is the fourth strategy? First strategy, we have to guess. Second strategy, what we have to put in the word level strategy. Second strategy is multiple clues. We have to find out the clues out of the paragraph. Please make a note of it. Otherwise, you may forget all these things. In the word level strategies, we are given what we call 4 strategies. In the first strategy, what we have to do is first encounter with the difficult words. In the difficult words, we need to decide whether we have to refer the dictionary or not. That is the first strategy. Yes and no. It is given clearly in the page number 73 or 75 in your textbook, please. No or yes. Whether we have to skip this word or we should not skip this word. This is the first strategy. In the second word strategy, what we have to do is we have to guess the meaning out of the context. Context in the sense given text. In the third strategies, we have to follow the clues, certain clues. Okay, clues and guessings. This is comes under the second strategies. Now, as come to the third strategy, we have to follow the punctuations. We have to learn and we should effective in the effective communication. We have to learn the punctuation marks. What is punctuation marks? Like I told you, bracketing, dashes, commas, colons, semicolons, and full stops. These are all we have to learn. This is known as third strategies. As come to the fourth strategy, in the word level strategy, what is fourth one? In the fourth one, we look to familiar root stem of word roots and part of the word roots and most of the use of the prefixes and suffixes. It meaning the new, get the new meaning for that. Okay. Now in the fourth strategy, what you have to do is you have to follow the prefixes and suffixes and root words. Root words are very, very important. By the root words, we can form number of words by adding prefixes and suffixes. What is the do you know the meaning of prefixes and suffixes? Anybody?
Yeah, madam.
Yeah, what is prefixes?
Prefixes are the words which are added to the words in front.
Before or after of the word?
Before.
Before. Yeah, we are adding the root was something in front of the
IN.
like this. Pro, pre, like this. This is known as prefixes. And while as come to the suffixes, we are adding shun, tion or sion, shun, and ed, conducted. Like we are adding eds.
Yeah.
So that is known as suffixes. So if we add the root words to the prefixes and suffixes, we can also come across with the meaningful meaning out of that. So we need not to again follow the dictionary. This is the fourth strategy in the world level strategy. This is very, very important. Ma, please make a note of it. And next come to as some examples are given just to go through with this. You will be able to understand complete concept. Okay. Now we'll go to the second sentence level strategies. What is sentence level strategies? See, sentence level strategies in the sense that some cohesion and cohesive devices are there. I explained you if you remember last week. What is cohesion and cohesive devices? You were there no last week in my class? Yeah, please tell me now. I was very clearly, particularly explained about the cohesive devices and cohesion devices. Please remind once again.
Ma'am, may I know the page number, ma'am, please?
As per my textbook 77, it might be 79 in your new textbook.
Yeah.
It is continuation of word level strategy there, no? They may ask you into the 14 marks question. This is
cohesion means linking phrases.
Yeah, cohesion in the sense linking of the two sentences. See, if we are writing one paragraph and suppose one sentence and we are continuing that sentences by adding and but, this kind of small what we call conjunctions, that is also known as cohesion devices. So cohesion devices not only meaning of the if and buts and ands, but it's also a little bit meaning that whenever we are linking some phrases in between about the two sentences, that is known as cohesion. If you go through once the answer, you may understand the concept very clearly. Now, as cohesive devices in the sense, in the spellings, we have certain punctuations, no? So each punctuation mark carries certain meaning, right? Certain meaning some what we call punctuation mark has a meaning, no? That is known as cohesive devices. So while we are writing the text, everything should be written into the what we call commas, colons and dashes. That were all what we are considering, that also we have able to read that sentences including that punctuation marks. So that is known as cohesive devices. Get this point? Yeah. In this way, this is not also enough to understand the meaning individual words in a sentence. Often find that though we understand all words individually, it is difficult to understand in the meaning sentence, especially how sentences are related to other in the text. In the section, we will look at some ways of in which achieve cohesion between sentences in the text. Text cohesion means linking phrases together so that whole text is clearly and readable. Some of the common cohesive devices in the English language are as follows. Repetition of keywords. Repetition of keywords means something, whichever we are discussing about the particular topic, that word should be repeated again and again, so that we can say that the first sentence is related to the another sentence. Next is use of reference words. Reference words means like this, these, those, that, and such. Okay. This type of reference words we have to write into our text. Next is ellipsis. Ellipsis in the sense that series of dots. Dots in the sense how we are putting the dot, no? Dot, commas, colons. That is known as ellipsis. Getting this point? Next
Yeah.
is traditional words and phrases. Traditional words and phrases in the sense something which is familiar words we are applying. That is known as traditional words. So this is comes under the sentence level strategies, the 4 points. Please make a note of it. Now, repetition of keywords. Repetition of keywords in the sense what? See, by repeating the words owned and ownership throughout the one paragraph is given. Read that para. In the para again they are saying that owned, owner, owned, owner, ownership. So these words are keep on repeating. So till beginning to the end, we can able to understand that they are talking something about only one topic, that is ownership, right? So by this clue, we can understand that repeating of the words, the sentence is asking about the ownership, right? In this way, we can able to understanding the context. Next has come to the second word, use of reference words. What is reference words? I told you, no, these, those, that, and such. These words are there, no? So we can easily connect it with the first sentence to second sentences. And we can say that this paragraph is related to that paragraph, or this sentence is related to another sentence. That is known as the reference words. Now, here given as he, Jenkins, they, news business. It means that first they will provide you the news business. Again, they are talking about the Jenkins certain personality. After that, explaining once, they will write the he. If you go for the second sentence, you can understand about it. They are talking about the Jenkins, person Jenkins. Get this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Now come to the third one, traditional word phrases. What is the traditional words phrases?
Transitional
However,
words.
while, because of, in order to, and also, for example. So whenever in these words we are using words, no, that is known as traditional word phrases. It means that these all words are connected to another words. So these are all known as the cohesive devices. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one, understanding relationship between sentences in a text.
Yes,
Understanding how to understand the relationship between the two sentences. See, based on cohesive and coherence devices, we have to understanding the concept between the what we call relationship between the two sentences, right? So here simply given us logical relationship is identified and understood. Comprehension is not possible. For instance, the following text says that the relationship between the two sentences. See, our body is strengthened not by what we eat, but by the food we digest. Our minds are developed by not by what we read, but by we understand. So it means that something a logical relationship is there in this. What is that? In the form of conjunction, but is given. Again, conjunction, one more conjunction, but is given. With that coherence, what we call coherence devices, we can able to understand the logical relationship between two sentences, right? So it should be contrast and cause and relationship. These are all things should be included. Then only we can able to logical relationship could be able to understand by in this way. So certain points are given. Look at into the page number 80 in my textbook. I don't know in what it is there in your textbook.
82.
Page number
82, ma'am.
82. The certain given no contrast, cause, answer, definition, relation, action, evidence, result, conclusion, interference, summary, illustration, reasons. So if you provide this kind of assistant to the particular illustration, so we can say that this is a logical relationship is there between first sentence and last sentence. Get this point, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is very, very important as per your examination point of view. Next. What is next? It is page number, take out page number 74. I don't know, it might be 76 in your textbook.
Yeah, ma'am.
What is that? Method of reading. Method of reading is very, very important as per examination point of view. So come to page number 73, purpose of reading and related styles. Purpose of reading and related style is very, very important. The first purpose is given. The purpose of is given again. It is given as scanning, skimming, rapid casual reading, reading the whole text to understanding the learn, reading the critic or evaluate. Okay, we'll go one by one. Hello.
Yes, madam.
Are you getting?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Page number 73, please take out. As per your textbook, it might be 76.
Purpose of reading and related styles, sir. 75 page number.
Yeah, it's very, very important. Scanning in the sense what? When we scan the glass over the text to find out the specific information in the text. If you want to understand the locative, if we often use the standard locative features such as table of content, index or glossary to locate the specific information we require. Workers scan memos and find meeting locations. See, scanning in that, see, we have photo, you know. In the photo, we will gather certain information which is related to us, and we'll go deeply into that matter and understanding the concept that is known as scanning. Getting this point? If you go to the doctor and if you wanted to acknowledge a certain disease, they would ask you to get the scanning, no? So scanning the particular or specified information, whatever they want, they will gather from that scanning report, right? So scanning in the sense that the information which we want, that information can be read out of the text. That is known as scanning, okay? The scanning reading. The second one is skimming. Skimming in the sense what? Skimming is used when we want to glance over the material and snatch the idea as we read. They skim the blur of book when we have this decide which book is to buy. We don't need to memorize the facts in the case. Clerks skim files to determine if they have been classified under the proper headings. So skimming in the sense that we have to choose according to our choice. Certain books are given, no, we have to skimming, we have to follow the skimming reading. It means that the idea is already with us, and generally we are going and at you know what we call again what that is certain we what they have classified, no, that classify what we call classified particular headings, no, that headings we have to get the information out of that heading. Suppose you are a student of the medicine, you have to search the books related to medicine itself. If you are a economics student, go and search for the books of the economics. You need not to search every entire bookshop for the particular book. So it is given under the certain headings, no? So go and read according to your choice. That is known as skimming. Okay, we read the information whichever is related to us. That is known as skimming information. The first one is scanning. Skimming is this. See, if you go for the newspaper also, no, generally we have bundle of information from first page to last page, no. The information which is related to our education field or related to our job field, then only we skim that information. Otherwise, all the information we just let it out, right? So that is known as skimming. Next is rapid or casual reading. Rapid and casual reading in the sense that we are just reading about the headings and left it out all the information, excess information that is given into the text. Okay, that is known as rapid and casual reading. Next is reading as a whole text to understanding and to learn. It means that this is generally applicable for the students who are reading, like the 8th class student is there, 10th class student there. They has to read any the students have to read complete the whole text. Without reading text, they cannot escape. So that is known as reading the whole text to understanding to learning. So for the learning purpose, they are referring the books, no? That is known as reading. Okay, what we reading for learning. Next is reading to critic or to evaluate. Reading critic in the sense what? See, suppose you go and read the newspaper and you're what we call reading something about that is given about the feedback of the student. Sorry, feedback of the, suppose one movie is there, recently what the movie is there, released SAR movie is there. So someone is writing something about the summary about the SAR movie, no? You would you read that evaluation of the movie or summary of the movie, that is known as critic, right? So it means that reading critic in the sense that we are evaluating the information, right?
Review also,
So
no,
these are types of readings are given. The first one is scanning, second is skimming, third one is rapid or casual reading, the fourth one is reading to learning, and next one is reading of the critic. Getting this point?
Yeah.
It's very, very important, ma, as per your point, examination point of view. Please mark it, note, mark it important. Now, method of reading. How to, what is the method? It is WMP is given. A WMP in the sense that word per minute. Words per minute. If you go for the scanning, 2000 words per minute we have to read. Right? Purpose of reading, searching for special detail. Purpose of reading is, if you go to the look into the chart, page number 76 in your textbook, it's very, very important. You have to draw this chart while giving answer to this particular question. Okay, ma?
number, ma.
Getting?
Heading.
Everybody. Page number 76.
Yeah, madam. Chart is there.
Yeah. In the page number 76, what you have to do is, draw this particular chart about WPM. What is WPM?
What per minute?
Words per minute.
Word per limit. Right?
Yeah.
Word per limit in the sense that in the per minute we are reading 2000 words for scanning. So what is the purpose of scanning? Searching for special details. And type of material is looking for specific type of information. Type of material is like reports is there, no? Doctor report, generally this reading is applicable for the doctor's report. Get this point?
Yeah.
Yes,
Next is skimming. What is skimming?
1000 words per minute.
1000 words per minute. It means overview of main ideas by reading first sentence of every paragraph. Okay. In the skimming, overview of main idea by reading the first sentence of every paragraph. So it is text references materials like textbooks we are taking into consideration for skimming. Now, rapid and casual reading, 250 words per minute. It means that we are reading. Okay. It's a moderate or comprehension of main ideas, entertainment, enjoyment, journal information, like novels, newspapers, new magazines. So it is reading for our pleasure. So this is known as casual or rapid reading, right? Now next is study and reading. Study and reading, it means that 150 words to 250 words per minute. High comprehension and high and recall. High comprehension and high recall. Textbooks and library research. Study in the sense that we'll do in the slowly only, no? So word per limit will be 150 words to 250 words. Next is critical or analytical reading. Critical and analytical reading in this is detailed comprehension analysis. So when we are reading into the detail, the time will consume very much. If we won't look into the detail, if we look particular information, time will decline, right? Are you able to get in this point?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Whenever we are going into the detail, it will take word per limit, time will be more. If you are going only for special information like scanning, Word per minute 2000 in the sense that we are skipping all the information. We are leaving up all the information and we are just taking the information, essential information, which is as far as related to us or as far as concerned to us. That is known as scanning. Okay. Now as critical and analytical reading, word per minute, in the sense we are detailed assessing. Assessment is done. Assessment in the sense evaluating. We are evaluating particular word, each word. So it is taking a little bit more time. So this is known as critical or analytical reading. So under this 100 words per minute, it means that this much slowly we are reading to understanding the whole concept. Get this point?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
one
ma'am.
of the qualities of efficient reader is that he or she is able to match the way of reading with the purpose of reading. That is, its purposes is to learn from reading text. Neither skimming nor scanning can help. One has to read carefully to understand the information in the text and also try to figure out the references. Pieces of information are organized in the text. However, in the intention merely a general idea about the text, there is no point in spending too much time on energy reading each word or sentences. See, as much time you can, allowed for understanding the concept, that is more and enough for you. No need to go for the scanning, no need to go for the skimming, no need to go for the casual reading. If you are allowing minimum 150 to 250 words per minute, that is more than enough. If you're understanding this concept, like reading the novels and reading the newspapers and magazines, this is most important. And sometimes 150 words to 50 words in case of textbooks and library research also. Okay, so this time like 250 words to 150 to 150 to 400 words is more than enough to understanding the concept. No need to go for the scanning type of reading. No need to go for the this one critical or analytical type of reading. Getting this point?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
please make a note of it. It's very important as per examination point of view. Page number 76 as per your textbook. Right? So I have covered reading and writing also, reading part also. And types of writing also we done no last week. That is narrative writing, expository text. These are all. Problem solution text.
Psycholinguistic process.
Psycholinguistic process, page number?
Unit number 9.
It's initially, okay, beginning
19.
you want, huh? We
99.
already discussed in physical classes, Noma.
Okay.
You wanted to learn once again, this one?
Yeah, madam. It is a assignment question.
Assignment questions are there. Okay, I will let you know. Before this, take out page number 99, 96 is in my textbook. It might be 98 in your textbook. Reading critically. They will ask you in the 6 marks question this question.
Yeah.
Please make a note of it. Mark it as important. Reading critically.
Page number 101, madam.
In your textbook, it might be 101. Reading critically is there, no? That is marked for 6 marks. Understanding the purpose of the...
Reading critically is 98.
98 page.
98.
Okay. Yes.
Please mark it important, very important as per the examination point of view. So understanding the purpose of text and author's motives, understanding that texts are not neutral and they are represent a particular view, silence, other points of view, influence people's ideas. Again, here questions are challenging in the ways of text have been constructed and presented. So this we have to write into the short question and answers, right?
Yeah.
Now, tell me the page number once again. What is given? What you are supposed to ask?
Psycholinguistic process.
Page number?
101, madam, according to my book.
101.
Yeah.
So it might be
99, ma'am, for you.
Yeah, it is given as 99. Product and process of reading. Psycho-linguistic process. That abilities of good reader. Abilities of good reader, I explained, you know. What should be the abilities of good reader? He must have the minimum knowledge of the, you know, like the eye movement should be there. If we are moving eyeballs here and there, it means that we are not reading. Suppose when we are acquiring our information out of the text means we are acquiring the knowledge or we are understanding the concept out of the text. That is known as reading in the real terms, right? So this is the psychology of the reader. How should be the nature of the reader? Means what? This is all that about. So eye movement, photography, miscues analysis. These are all, you know, you have to read. It's not important. But as come to the page number 103, that sub skills is given, no? Readers need, the abilities of readers need is given, no? Readers needs. It's very, very important. Please mark it. And you can write this terms also in your assignments. They will provide you the full marks.
Okay, ma'am.
Now come to the faulty reading habits. Faulty reading habits are also is there, no? As per the examination point of view. This is also very, very important. They may ask you into the 6 marks question mark. Faulty reader habits. Okay, the first one is subvocalization, finger pointing. Third one is focusing on polysyllabic words. What is polysyllabic words? It means that 2 words are attached into the one, no? The 2 words are written into the one word, like that is known as polysyllabic words. So in the 2 words, the generally small hyphen is given in the type of dash. Anti-humanitarianism. It means that humanitarianism in the sense what? Anti plus humanitarianism, 2 words we are adding, no? With the attachment of the small dash, that is known as polysyllabic words. Finger pointing in the sense that while we are reading something, we are putting finger on the book, whichever the reader has supposed to read, no? That is known as finger pointing. Next is subvocalization. What is subvocalization?
Murmuring.
Subvocalization, mama, while we read all words aloud in our minds, it is universe that when we have read aloud text, we take more time. Then when we read the text silently, we are when focusfully we are reading, we can understanding the concept and we can acquire the knowledge out of it. If we want to read silently, the concept would not get into our minds. So this is the word of subvocalization, right? So we should not read loudly. See, if you wanted to improve the pronunciation, so at that time you can read loudly. But if you wanted to learn the concept out of this, so at this time you have to read focusfully or concentrate with full concentration. That is known as subvocalization. Now, as come to specific aspects of the reading process, what is the specific aspects? See, this is not important. Page number 106, ma. Please take it out. Sub skills of mature that a mature reader needs. Please mark it very, very important. So, what is given in this? Recognize the script of language, deducing the meaning and use of unfamiliar lexical items. Deducing in the sense we are what we call deducting the unfamiliar words. Recognizing the script of a language. Script of a language generally task language, that is L2, that is language 2, target language. Deducing meaning, unfamiliar words we are not using. Lexical items or lexical synthesis, the difficult items we are not taking into consideration while reading. Next is understanding the explicitly stated information. Explicitly stated information in the sense what? The information is, you know, skilled fluent leader needs to be wide variety of the text. See, variety of text when we are involving in this, that is known as explicitly stated. Next is understanding the conceptual meaning. Next is understanding the communicative values of sentences. Next is understanding the relationship within the sentence. Understanding the relationship between parts of the text through lexical cohesion devices. Interpreting text by going outside it. It means that recognizing indicators in the discourse, identifying the main point of the important information in the discourse. Discourse in the sense that the information, given information, particularly given information, that is known as syllabus discourse. Right? Now extracting silent details of summarizing the text. Means summarizing the text in shortcut we have to learn everything. In shortcut we have to learn everything. Number 106 in your textbook. Please go through it. It's very, very important. Psychoanalysis of reader. Psycholinguistic process. Psycholinguistic process. Abilities of good readers. Very, very important. Abilities of good readers. Eye movement photography, miscue analysis. These points are also included, but it should be written very shortly. But while come to the abilities of good reader, you have to include every point in your assignment notes. So you may get full marks. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Now, do you have any other you want clarity on the paper? Please let me know. I will clarify all your doubts. See, narrative text types are clear for classification of text. Narrative text is there, argumentative is there, and descriptive text is there, and instructive text is there. These 4 types of texts are there. No, do you have complete hold on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very important. Just go through with this. You may understanding the concept very easily. If not, in tomorrow's class, one more time I will repeat the text type. Okay. Now, as come to this, just before now we have discussed status level strategies, word level strategies, and we have also discussed about the what we call this one. What is one? Purpose of reading, skimming, scanning, and this one. This is also we have discussed. What next? In physical classes, I have covered almost all the syllabus previously. And we have discussed about the what taught teaching the written skills. How to taught the written skills is there, no? I have covered this is also in your today's class. And what's next? Writing process. The abilities involved in writing process. This also we discussed in previous classes. Features of good writing. Features of good writing. What is the features of good writing? Sub-skills of, see, if you asking, they would ask the questions in 2 ways. Someone is asking like features, what are the features of good writing? You have to give the same answer as which is written in the sub-skills of writing, right? Adelu.
Yes, yes.
Confusion. They would ask in the 2 types. Write down the features of the good writing. What we have to write is sub-skills of writing itself. No need to write individually, separately as per your convenience, right?
Okay.
I will explain you once again the sub-skills or features of the good writing. The first one is express ideas clearly and grammatically correct English, right? The second is use appropriate cohesive devices. I explained, just before now what is cohesive devices and what is coherence devices.
Yeah.
That we have to include in this. Now, third point is organize and present idea in a coherent manner. Coherent manner in the sense there should be a logical relationship between para 1 and para 2 or first sentence and last sentence.
Okay.
So that the reader can understanding the concept clearly.
Yeah.
So this is the third skill. Fourth skill, what is that? Write clear and comprehensive descriptions of objects, persons, situation, organizations. Okay. Whenever you are writing about the description, write clearly. Clearly in this, it should be like you have to imagine as a photo. or the situation, and then write the concept. That is known as the descriptions. Okay.
Okay.
Next one is
Yes.
write clear account of events. Clear account of new events in the sense, suppose you are writing for the narratives. Narratives in the sense you are writing the story. Write into the sequential order. What is happened after that? What is taking places here after that? This kind of stories we have to write into the clearly. Next is write expository pieces of including presenting and supporting arguments. Write expository pieces of including presenting supportive arguments in the sense, suppose you are advertising the one product. So you have to make them understand or able to convince the customer to purchase that product. That is known as the expository text. So in this way, you have to develop the abilities to convince the reader. That is known as expository text. So write in the expository piece, including presenting and supporting argument. If you are arguing something that you are saying that this product is very, very important to purchase, so you have to present the facts also or evidences also why it is important to purchase. That is known as supporting arguments. Next is comparing and contrasting ideas, drawing conclusions. Suppose you are selling out the particular soap. You have to make a clear analysis of what is good and what is right about the product. Then only you can able to give the clarity about the picture, right? Next is write a registered style and appropriate to topic and communicative purpose. It means that we have to be quite professional while writing. So we should follow the formal writing, not like as we are speaking to our friends and family. We should not use that style while writing. So this is all comes under the sub skills of good writing or features of good writing. Getting everybody?
Yeah, madam.
Next, write an important format appropriate to letter, notices, reports, diaries, entries, etc. How many types of formats are there? Letter has a particular specified format, like left-hand pattern is there, right-hand pattern is there, and formal letters are there, informal letters are there. So write a format letter which is you are able to give the information to particular personality. If you're going for the higher authorities like principal or something, write a letter according to that situation. Give the notices. If you are giving the notices to the student, give that notices in the format notice board is given. No, write a notice board like format. Next, if you are going the providing the reports, you have to write the journal format of reports like essay writings and all. Next, you are going for the diary. You can write by your own. How you would write the personal diary in your own answers, question and answers. Next is entries. Entries in the sense accounting entries, journal and ledger, how you enroll into journal. If you come or you become a student, you may understand the concept of entries. Right?
Yeah.
Now, next is what is the sub skills of one more writing is develop the outlines and notes into a well-structured piece. See, well-structured piece in the sense what? Well-script pieces in the sense what? It should be written clearly and able to understanding by everybody. Okay. Now condense a text into a summary. Condense a text into a summary in the sense we have to sum up or provide the conclusion for every text. Then only it is one of the skills of good writing. What is that? Conclusion or providing the summary. Next is edit and revise the draft version of the written text. Edit or draft version, revise it means that we should keep on reading 2 or 3 times to edit the spelling mistakes and grammatical mistakes to avoid the ellipsis. Ellipsis, I will explain you afterwards what is ellipsis and all. So this type of grammatical rules, we have to follow certain grammatical rules to write our text thoroughly or make them understand to the reader. Get this point? This is very, very important according to point of view examination. That is sub skills of writing. Okay?
Yeah, madam.
Yeah. The third sub skills refers to the presenting ideas, coherent manner. See, these are 11 skills are given. No, that is given into the details here from page number 142 to page number 144 in our textbook, in my textbook. See in your textbook what is given. And read it. Yeah. Go through with this. And one more, writing as a what is that? Cyclical process. Writing as a cyclical process is page number 144 in my textbook. Just to go through it
46.
also. Now, next is exercise that help to develop the writing sub skills. How to develop the sub skills? Reordering the Scrabble sentences in passage, total scrambling, partial scrambling. It's very, very important, according to point of view. Short, they may ask you into the short question. What is the exercises to help you develop the written skills, sub skills, written sub skills? Please make a note of it. See, if you give the exercises to the students, to develop the particular sub skills of writing, what you have to give is generally give them to write the objective type questions. Ask them to fill in the gaps. Okay, this is one type of exercises that is known as filling the gaps exercises. And next is getting my everybody.
Yeah, madam.
Please read it once, ma. Tomorrow I will explain you into the details. This is total scrambling and partial scrambling and all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to clarify?
Madam, okay, one doubt, madam.
What?
One doubt about assignments. After completion of assignments, we have to submit in the college itself, no?
Yeah, in the center what we have selected, no, you have to submit over there. Like you have selected the PG secondary center, no, you have to submit that records.
As we did last year, as we have done like last year. Simply,
just write into the A4 size paper, attach the first page, write your roll number clearly, phone number clearly, and your hall ticket number clearly. So it will be convenient for us to give you the full marks, right?
Okay,
do not write with the color pens. Do not mark like designs like anything which is awkward and all. Please make it very, very simple. We use blue pen and black pens. In the examination also, you have to use the black pens. Why? Because your scripts will be transforming into the digital mode, no? So it will be able to clearly read by us. Getting my point? So you have to use the dark black ink in your examination as well as in your assignments also. Getting?
Yeah.
And one more thing. Yeah, what more?
We'll read the text once again. If you have any doubts in the assignment paper, can we clarify it tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am. Tomorrow class will be there. No, anyhow, you can clarify over there also. See, bring out with the question and questions. I will clarify and mark you to under the answers from where to where you have to write.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, ma'am.
Tomorrow we'll do that, ma'am.
Sure. Shall I wind up the class now?
Yeah,
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We'll just go through the assignment paper and tomorrow we'll discuss about it, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Sure, ma. Sure. Bye-bye.
Bye, madam.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. మ్యామ్ ఎన్ఓఎస్ పేపర్స్ కి ఏమో తీసుకురమ్మని అన్నారు కదా. ఏం ఎంటర్ చేస్తున్నారు సార్?